of the aisle. Nicole Killian joins us from Capitol Hill. Nicole, after yesterday's grilling, and it was a grilling, this move seems inevitable. What can you tell us about her decision to step down now?
Yeah, that's right. Well, there was a clamoring of calls both from Democrats and Republicans for the Secret Service director to do this. And while she stood firm during that oversight hearing, which spanned several hours, and defended her nearly 30-year record, she ultimately made this decision to resign, tendering that resignation in a letter. And many lawmakers, including Speaker Johnson, Oversight Chairman James Comer, who ran that hearing, say that this is a welcome step towards accountability, but they still feel that more work needs to be done. We know a short time ago that the speaker just announced a new task force that will look into this assassination attempt. It will be a bipartisan panel made up of 7 Republicans and 6 Democrats, but certainly this will not end the investigation here on Capitol Hill into what happened at that Pennsylvania rally earlier this month with the former president.
Nicole, thanks. There are still many, many questions. And Kimberly Cheatle said, I'm not stepping down. I'm probably the best person for the job at this time. Clearly, that has not turned out to be the case. Let's bring in Scott McFarland, who was at the Trump rally in Pennsylvania where the former president was wounded. Scott, good morning to you. What can you tell us about the investigation?
There are going to be several investigations. The Secret Service has its own internal investigation underway, which before her resignation, Director Cheatle said would take about 2 months. The FBI is leading the investigation at the crime scene, at that farm fairground in Butler, Pennsylvania. But there are all sorts of new investigations sprouting up to look into this historic, traumatic event. Inspectors general inside the federal government, those internal government watchdogs, have launched reviews. The Congress, the U.S. House, is about to start a panel to look into this, and the Homeland Security Secretary has launched a panel, too. So there are multiple probes into the failures of July 13th in Butler, Pennsylvania. And, Gail, I can tell you I'm getting text messages from some of the people with whom I was ducking bullets at that rally on July 13th. The rally goers, the Trump supporters, they say this had to happen. It's about time.
Yeah, Scott, I think the way you described it, historic and traumatic, are the words. I know you were there, and I saw you going for cover, too. Thank you so much. There are many questions remain and lots of answers to come. There will be more to come on CBS News 24/7, your local news on this CBS station, and tonight on the CBS Evening News. Many of you will now return to CBS Mornings. This has been a CBS News Special Report. I'm Gail King, here in New York.